objectives first, will probably the one to bag the first game.
Yeah, and what would be the win objective here for Impunity? Or what do you think? Like, do you wait for the Silver Nail to go online? Do you wait for the Reza, who is the key factor here for this lineup here?
I honestly would have to go with Silver Nail, just because I know how huge his damage could be. But at the same time, they have Adagio to be able to support and babysit the others while others are at the front line, while others are going wild at the front line.
Of course, Sovereign's Rise is the name of the game here for first match. Boom ID versus Impunity. This is the grand finals, ladies and gents, for the October Vainglory tournament. We are going to be seeing a small of the usual, of course, for the mid lane. You don't have any, don't have strong lock-ins. A lot of poke going to be on the side of Impunity this time around, though.
Yep, that's true. And I actually thought they were going to stay up until someone gets first blood here at the mid lane, but I guess they just decided to go to this Crystal Trend.
Yep, two-sided invades here. Of course, Impunity securing their own, while on the other side, they are taking everything from Boom. And usually that is the playstyle here for Impunity. They try to go early, they try to get the gold lead from out of nowhere. They don't usually go for kills, they just try to get gold as fast as they can.
Yes, that's true.
That's how they get advantages.
And the good part about that is they actually prevent the strong heroes to actually go online. The strong late game heroes to go online. Like, yeah, we have this in the middle up, early up until the middle part, so we don't have to worry about this hero because when he or she does go online, it will be a tight spot.
Yeah, Cordoval, of course, gonna be dancing with fire here. Being behind enemy lines, that's not something you want to be in. Right now, Boom on the chase. Cordoval gonna get out with, you know, some damage sustained, but not that much. So far, good job here for Impunity, making the sustain, making the gold take worth their while.
Yep, nice place again. Nice early place for Impunity. But I think Boom ID is pretty much doing the same. So it's a mirror game.
Yeah, sustain on the side of the Inara. Of course, that gold gonna start slowly creeping in favor of Impunity here. Slowly but surely, they're getting the job done around the map. They're doing quite well.
Yep. I think action and everything we're going to have to start in like 8-9 minutes, or earliest I think is 7.
Yeah, that is true.
I can see how focused they are with farming, and they don't want to initiate anything yet. Like, they do try to go aggressive, but that's just to zone the enemies out. Like, go, I'm just gonna farm here, I'm just gonna sustain my lane.
Of course, sustain is gonna be the name of the game for the meantime. Like, a lot of the things that Impunity wants to happen has to happen mid to late game. It looks like Boom wants something done already. Spaghetti in the front line has to back off. Deft Q on the Varia. Just barely does enough damage to stave off the Boom ID offensive. So far, because of that invade, they are going to go for one of their own. On the sides is going to be very visible. Finn on the back end, going for the chase here. 4 people going to be dedicated to get the Crystal Trent over to the Arden, of all people, to get the Crystal Trent on. Of course, that Finn going to be trying to provide some harass, trying to provide some safety for the Samuel as well.
I like how the moment they get one objective, like let's say a Crystal Trent, a weapon check, oops, wait, Cordoval goes in, tries to get bind.
That's right.
But he was able to get away.
Yeah, Reza's gonna take a while to go online. Of course, Def Q trying to poke up as much damage as he can on the Samuel.
Because, well, he is Varia, so you know how useful Varia could be.
Exactly. Of course, Varia is gonna be one of the key factors to watch here.
Especially her ult in team fights. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, if they want to go for it, they will just cast the ultimate and then just provide a huge zoning field that could disrupt formation that Boom ID is trying to go for. Of course, so far top lane just gonna be a bit quiet, even though Anka usually is up there on their side. A lot of damage from this Adagio.
Oh, Niel's being chased down, but there aren't any minions, so he'll going to have to back away to not just, you know, he doesn't want them turret hits getting to him.
Yeah, the support hero, Adagio here for Chingy. No slouch whatsoever. He makes supports look really scary, and that's exactly what's happening here so far.
And that's one of the things I would love to see, actually. Supports dealing damage and still being able to help their team.
Absolutely. Right now in mid lane, though, Death Q clears up that wave. Invade here for Boom ID. We have the ultimate popped up. They try to go for the fight. Impunity takes Samuel very, very low. He is on the back end. He gets first blood. Of course, another one falls. And Boom ID, 2 kills on the docket. Impunity is going crazy right now.
Ooh, Paytani one more hit, but he became safe.
Yeah, just like that. Flick of a wrist. Death Q charges up the ultimate. Goes in. Goes hard. All over the Boom ID composition. Of course, this Anka gonna try to do an assassination, but will be foiled there by Spaghetti on the yard. And good job there.
Yep.
No ultimate actually is going to be available, so no such burst coming over from that Anka.
But I have got to give it to Impunity right there, though. It was a good play. Like, they waited for the value ult to go online, to be able to be felt, and then that was the moment they charged in. And not just any random charged in. It was a nicely timed, timed in. Like, they were able to bag 2 kills there.
Just like that, almost 3.8k gold lead. 3-0 the kill score. Favor of your team Impunity.
Yep. And I also like how after they get a handful of kills, they don't try to overextend it. Like, I get this, but that's okay. We're gonna back now because we don't want to overextend. We wouldn't want things to turn around or things to not go in our favor.
Of course, that's the mindset of a safe play. You're gonna go for the Inara, try to get some damage done. Of course, Inara gonna be a safer laner comparatively. Question of Idris, is he sustaining against this Adagio? That is a question. Of course, 2 people gonna be dedicated to try to take him out, but instead, we actually have a hero kill in the mid lane. Samuel got sniped altogether, but going back on top lane, that was like 2v1 against Chingy, and he just scares them off.
I know, that was actually really good.
Whoop. And of course, here's a follow-up with Cordova on the Reza. Everyone just gonna fall like dominoes, but overall, I think Impunity gonna be happy with that trade.
Yeah, they still bite it because Adagio died because he protected the turret hits to not go to his teammate. So it was a sacrificial lamb kind of death. It was
of course. You want the goal to go over to the Reza, make those assassinations just that much sharper, just that beefier, and it will be a happy day for Impunity. They're happy to take that trade, and they could get something else in the map.
I'm actually thinking that if Boom ID couldn't answer their ganks and their team fights, they might end up being shut down.
Exactly. Of course, that's not something you want to be in, especially it's finals. Every game counts. Every game.
Every skill, every positioning counts.
Exactly. Of course, right now, Boom ID just playing around their side of the map. They don't want to. Yeah, that's gonna be the bush. Let's go, Chingy. He's very mad. What are you talking about? We can take this Anka. Takes one down. That Idris just went off. And of course, the burn gonna sink in on the Anka. Chingy double kill on his own. Play there, small ton on side.
Heart emoticon there.
Cause why not? They made it work. They get the kills. Of course, they will also make a play on the other side of the map. Impunity going for the Ghostwing because of that.
They are going at it like everywhere in the map. Like, Adagio gets to kill the top lane. After that, they go to another objective. And now, they have the first Ghostwing. Of course, this gives them buff and pushing potential. So they might want to use this as early as they can, given that so far, team fights are in their favor.
Always in the favor of Impunity. Gets the Samuel. Disappears before anyone else can actually respond.
Yeah,
Impunity.
Before I could breathe, he was done.
Yeah, I was just about to say something, then he just disappeared. ID, they want some revenge. 4-on-4 right now. Where is the backup Silver on the bottom lane? Of course, Varya gonna proc that ultimate. Cordova still gonna be the target here. Idris in a bad position. Gauntlet thrown down. Niels is gonna be the first casualty on that 4v4. Everyone else just gonna back off. But so far, Impunity very decisive on the kills. Turret gonna go down on the bottom lane as well.
I honestly thought that there will be a skirmish given that Silvernail wasn't there. But now that you thought about it, they could sustain themselves. Like, Adagio can sustain himself, man.
Exactly.
So what more if they're right there as a team fighting, right?
Exactly. Deja Vu, by the way, 10 minutes in, we're 10-1, and their 10k goal lead is very, very staggering.
Wow.
And I like the Impunity is very consistent with these numbers.
Well,
They really do like them 10s every time. Of course, 10k at 10 minutes is no joking matter. It's very fast. It's very efficient. They usually get ahead on the rotations. You gotta give them props for that right now, though. Impunity. Gonna go and defend the bottom lane.
Spaghetti goes in.
Spaghetti goes in, tries to go for the chase. Of course, that Anka in no position to go for a kill. Casualty will be the Idris, though. Where is the rest of the team when you need them? Of course, Finn is inside that jungle, not really defending anyone. Samuel goes down. No follow-up at all for Boom. Everyone is just going nuts all around the map. And right now, Impunity just playing around with their food.
I gotta love how they have the map control here. Is Anka gonna die?
I think Anka just barely made it out. Of course, they're not done. A lot of the damage still on the side of Impunity here.
Yes.
Zarya ultimate will pop. You cannot teleport back. For the meantime, of course, tower will fall. Turret will fall, rather.
Like, even though they did not get enough kills there, but wait.
Of course, Boom. You kind of know a lot of the skills of Impunity are on cooldown right now.
Alright. So they're going to have to calmly back. But anyway, even though they weren't able to get the team fight that they wanted, they quickly switched to, okay, let's not force this. Let's just get a turret, and then we go back.
Exactly.
Let's just try again later.
And that's very working out so well for them so far. Of course, nice try onto that Finn. Try to get someone into tower range to do at least some damage. Of course, they're not going to be falling for that anytime soon.
Yeah, and even if he did hook someone, I think the others would have jumped in head on, and they could have, you know, been in a tight spot.
Exactly. Of course, Black Claw is going to be a real objective, but for the meantime, Neil's going to get caught out of position once more. A lot of the members of Impunity here to greet you. Let's go. You're going nowhere. He goes down. Next one might be the fans, but of course, that Ankh is still trying to find the position, trying to find the assassination for it to work, and he will be finding Cordoval. Gets a kill and a shutdown right there.
Time to avenge your fallen teammates.
Exactly. Of course, Big Baby Boo not gonna do anything else for the meantime. They know they've been pushing way too hard, way too far. Of course, that's gonna force Imp over to go for a Ghost Wing attempt instead.
Another Ghost Wing.
And they are taking this very, very fast.
Ooh, I think Boom ID could go to objectives now, because if Impunity, with that aggression, with that advantage over team fights and the map, if they get more objectives, this will probably, I'm gonna call it, this will probably game for Boom ID.
Absolutely.
Just don't give Impunity the stuff, time, EXP, itemizations that they need.
And so far, I think Impunity is doing a good job in keeping down Boom ID, because so far the Samuel showing up as a non-factor, as well as the Anka even waiting until Reza was like 10% HP before he tried to make a play.
Yeah, that's
kind of goes to show the position that Impunity is in right now. Of course, way too late there on the lightning bolts. Death Q barely made their mark. Of course, they are going for the Black Claw instead this time around. 5 men going to be dedicated to take this down very, very fast. They sacrificed one turret for it. Of course,
it's a good trade, man.
Black Claw, they are very, very willing to take that. Black Claw going to be the big objective this time around.
Alrighty, so roughly 15 minutes in, Impunity got 2 Ghost Wing buffs, and they have the Black Claw. That will probably be their doll or their dummy to push out the turrets while they get buffs.
Of course, while we were talking about that, Inara just he tripped, he died.
Oh.
So,
I'm sorry.
He just tripped altogether without even us noticing. Of course, Impunity going very aggressive on the plays. Gonna be the Armory under attack right now. They are just tanking up all the crystal hits. And it's going to be a very healthy Black Claw wailing away on the Crystal. This is looking like a very fast Game 1, 15 minutes in. And they do not care at all. Of course, they will take down Idris. Finn will be the next target. Unbeatable for that Varia. And that's going to be game. Game 1 goes over very, very quickly to Impunity. Going to be locked in.
Again for
a triple damage source with, if you consider Flicker like a huge one. It's kind of risky. And of course, maybe Boom is just going for comfort this time around. But of course, they will be shown up by Impunity with Flicker Reza. And of course, you know the power of the assassination potential of the Flicker, man.
Of course.
This is going to be scary. We're going to go into Sovereign's Rise so far. 1-0 in favor of Impunity. It was a fast game. That was 15 minutes.
Very.
So, we're going to have to wait and see what happens here. Any predictions there?
Lancer, Taka. Let's give the spotlight to Taka as well. If they both go online along with the Lorelei and the Nara at the back line are gonna do cleanups, they could do this. But when it comes to fast pushing, to ganks, team fights, checking objectives, everything else, Impunity has this. So Boom ID will have to struggle twice as much compared to the first game.
Exactly. I think so far Impunity has been shown to be very, very comfortable with those fights, with those high damage.
Pain Sandy goes down.
Nice.
First blood, not even 1 minute into the game.
Not even a minute into the game. Of course, Boom is just so scared right now of Impunity. Of course, the front line is great. We have a Finn on the front. Going to be flanking the Silver Nail, so there's not going to be a lot of threats. Ardent, level 1, no damage threat whatsoever. He will get poked down. He does steal the healing Trent though, so they get something for that. Most of the goal, again, that Impunity gets is usually relegated into just minions and just creeps into just jungle camps. Then slowly but surely they build up the advantage over time. That's something that Boom has to watch out for. They want to keep Impunity down.
And actually they should, because of course Infinity's up in one game, but let's wait and see. Boom ID can do a handful of stuff since first it's still the early game. Ooh, Def Q really low on the health there.
This could be bad though. Def
Spaghetti
Q
just came in time.
Exactly, just in the nick of time. Of course, the Finn front line gonna do a lot of damage to you. Lyra is also a great mage in the early on. Of course, with a great support, great range, some damage output, but of course, Lance gonna be in the front to try to keep her alive.
Lance and Binds is actually a good combo here at the mid lane since they are up against Finn and Avaria. So I've got to give it to Boom ID. Nice choice.
Of course, great choice here for Boom. Although, are they aware? Here comes the Reza for the punish. And of course, that will be a very dead Lyra. First blood goes over. Sorry, second blood goes over. It's Impunity once more.
Is there such a thing as second blood?
I made it up.
Okay, that's okay.
Of course, Taka, sneaky. Very low HP here for Impunity. They finally catch a kill of their own very early on. They get the surprise jump onto the Varia. Good job there.
Good job indeed.
Boom ID.
Well, I guess their Varia won't have 0 deaths for now.
Yep, no more of that God Varia. But we'll have to wait and see though. They still can match up to this if they want to. Of course, Boom is on the chase this time around using the lance as a battering ram into Silver Nail. It's a lot of damage. Getting punished slowly but surely. Arden tries to dive in. Tries to at least provide some flanking. 3 members here for Boom on top side of the map. But look at this. On the other side though, sneaky 2v3. That's a lot of damage. Not many people around for Boom to tank this time around. Of course, here comes Lance, way a bit late to the party, but still pretty much invited. He will try and see if he can find a victim. Of course, Impunity not gonna allow such a thing to happen.
It's still early in the game, but I have to give it to the rotations of the Lance. Like, he knows what to do, because of course if you're Lance, it's okay if you rotate as much as you can. to be able to help out again with the range, the damage. You could be a bit slow, but you can work things out, like just timing, proper timing.
Yeah, timing and careful calculations.
Yeah.
Naming the game here for them. Of course, Impunity for the first time in this series is below. Sorry, is below in kills. No, rather. Hold on, I kind of mixed it up. They are still ahead in gold.
Yeah, they are still ahead. Like,
even though they are getting pushed back better. I mean, Boom ID, they're doing a better job this time around.
Yes.
Of pushing Impunity back. That's actually very, very good. So Impunity is forced to stay on their side of the map. They're not getting any, they're not stealing any big gold objectives here from Boom ID. And of course, Impunity are very happy to do that. Of course, there's a reason why Taka doesn't get picked, because of big burst of damages like that, and Flicker gonna make short work of that so far.
He wasn't able to sustain, but you know what? Let's just wait and see.
Exactly.
Roughly mid game, I guess. That's where all the magic will start.
Guess mid game is gonna be the big question here. Who gets mid game better? Who gets mid game faster? Of course, Quarterval on the Reza.
Chased here.
Very aggressive in the chasing into enemy territory, enemy jungle. Of course, do they know that Flicker is very, very nearby? They could go for a fight. Death Q also starting to corral around that area. This could be bad for Lyra. Of course, Death Q does charge up. The ultimate tries to, rather just dives in. And of course, Taka still trying to be relevant. Although it's starting to be a bit more difficult as time is progressing.
Yes.
Here's the Flicker though.
Wait.
Of course, a lot of damage being put over to that Taka. And you are going down, my friend. Of course, Lightning Strike's gonna go back and forth into Impunity territory. Pain Sandy on the lance and try to arrive, but barely in the nick of time. While we were talking, Arden gets taken out on top side, but we're not gonna switch to that just yet. Lance dives in. The two members of Impunity. A lot of damage coming over from Death Q. They take down the front line. Will this be another kill? And it almost was.
Almost there. So, weakness revealed by Impunity. Once the Lance goes down, everyone kind of backs away.
Exactly.
So what they could do is, of course, target Lance first, and probably, who do you suggest should they target the second?
Aside from Lance, take out that Taka. It's easy money. It's just a withdrawal at this point. It's great gameplay here from Impunity.
They're still at it. Like,
They are
even though Boom ID is, they're holding up really well. I've got to give it. Draft wise,
a lot better than earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, this is definitely not gonna be a 15-minute game from the looks of it. Of course, Stealth gonna be here for the Flicker, trying to go for a sneaky play, trying to scout out some info. Where are Boom? And I think they do find that out. They are gonna converge all over in the Ghost Wing area. They are gonna go for the fight. Do they know? And I think they are aware. Here comes Death Q on the side, of course. Boom ID on the collapse. It's a great one. Everyone else is getting hooked back by the fin. Everyone is going in shambles. Damage not enough to sustain. Of course, Boom ID suffers so massively. And that team fight did not go out as planned for Boom. They tried to go for the collapse.
They did. It just so happens that, well, Finn with the hook again. It was on point. It was a huge decider for that game. For that fight, there was a 3-for-2 trade in favor of Impunity, and
Spaghetti,
they did.
man.
Are you hungry? Just kidding.
I'm starting to get hungry. Of course, Spaghetti gonna be going 2v1. Where is the backup? Daria gonna pop the ultimate. Try to get something done. They do see it proc. They are gonna try to make it out alive. Of course, Impunity is still pretty much ahead in goal by about 4.5k. Yeah. That's a lot.
Still a lot.
At 8.5 minutes. It's actually quite a feat. Of course, a lot of the members of Boom still struggling to find any gold source around the map. They are spotted here. Impunity knows that they are in that part of the jungle. Quite easy to respond from there. They will be playing pretty cautiously because of that.
Do you think that the 10-10 thing from Impunity will still happen?
I highly doubt it at this point.
10 kills, though, I think they can do it.
It is a possibility. It's very, very close, of course. But again, Impunity is playing safer than they were earlier.
Yes.
I mean, they're taking less risk, going for the sure gold this time around, and you know, objectives are gonna be a real thing. That's why they keep circling around Ghostwing, trying to go for the neutral objectives really quick. Of course, they have the damage output to actually do this. They're getting Ghostwing in the very short time.
Chingy got spotted right there, though.
Yep, Chingy, of course, on the back end, trying to zone out as much as he can. Gauntlet will be thrown down. Ghostwing goes over to Impunity nonetheless. Lyra gonna be going down as well. It's gonna be very bad here for Boom ID. Where is the rest of the team? They are struggling. They are hiding under tower, but looks like Impunity, they're still going for the chase.
Going for the chase indeed. I really think Boom ID should like try to win team fight. I'm not saying they're not trying, but
it's a lot. It's a bit of a different.
Try a bit more. I know it's difficult to say since we're not the ones playing, but they should try, because if Impunity keeps on winning, the game will still go to them.
Exactly. Of course, another turret destroyed here. Mid lane and bottom lane goes down almost the same time. Mid lane Varia still tried to dance around with our friend Lance, and he goes down, being chased by the rest of the team from Impunity. Doing a great job, by the way, using the Ghostwing buff to its full potential.
Yes. And what Boom ID could wait.
Of course, they're still going though. Quarterval, very confident, fighting 2v1. Spaghetti here for the backup, and of course Chingy. He was very late to the party, but still pretty much
still dishing out damage as much as he can. Big baby Boo though,
man,
barely gets it out alive.
Of course, Impunity is still on that side of the map. Flare gonna come out, try to scout out some vision. You know what? This could still be bad here for Boom ID.
What Boom ID could do though is, we know that the Lancer is powerful, right?
Exactly.
So he can.
Oh, Taka though, hold that thought. Varia gets another one. No problem whatsoever.
That's so sad.
Yeah, he just danced in. They were able to get a kill. Will this also happen in the mid lane? That is the big question. We're waiting for a big hook to Big Baby Boo. Not gonna go for it though.
Not gonna go for it indeed.
Yeah, it looks like it feels like the Finn doesn't want to hook just a single man. He wants at least 3 before he pops that out.
He has very high standards.
He has very high standards indeed. I'm not gonna give this to you.
Because the cooldown, you know, I gotta maximize the cooldown.
Yeah, you gotta work for it, boo. That's what he's saying. Of course, Black Claw. It's looking like it's gonna be the next year for Impunity. They are going.
Still giving out another objective.
Yeah, they're doing good time. Ardent pops the gauntlet. He gets kicked out though. And of course, Varia on the chase. Gonna look for more targets here as the rest of Impunity zone out. Black Claw still being held captive by this monster of a squad. They are gonna go for the chase though. Reza chases onto the Inara. No escape whatsoever. Even getting an assist there. Actually, he gets the kill. Secured by Death Key on this Varia.
Well, it's kill secure, so
completely understood. Of course, that leaves the mid lane open for invasion here by Impunity.
Will this be a game 1 part 2?
This is looking like a game 1 part 2. 13 minutes and second tier turrets are already falling on the top. Sorry, in the mid lane and the bottom lane. Of course, Black Claw is knocking on heaven's door. Something we have to watch out for. What will Boom ID do? Turret goes down without any fight whatsoever. Black Claw half HP. They could still go for something here. And they do! They go for the cleanup! This could be the last one! Triple kill onto the Varia! No contest whatsoever here for Boom ID! And it looks like Impunity gonna clear out the day very, very fast with a clean fight. 2-0. It's actually faster than before.
I know.
13 and a half minutes in.
2 minutes faster than game 1.
A monster. And because of that, Impunity are your champions for the mobile esports arena of Vainglory for the month of October.
I'm still looking at Death Key on Varia. It's a 9 1-6. Varya has the most kills on both teams.
What